Hey, what's up guys? It's Toxic here, and today I'm going to be talking about items people used to use in order to clone very popular items on Roblox. Now with the rise of the UGC catalog, or the user-generated content catalog, where basically people upload their own hats to the catalog and all that, there have been a lot of people saying that items on the UGC catalog look similar to already existing items on the Roblox catalog. And honestly, after all that controversy, this idea popped into my mind where I wanted to take a look back in the past and just talk about ways people used to make clones of very popular items on Roblox. Now in this video, I'm only going to be talking about 3 different items that people used to copy on Roblox and how they did it. But I'm more than sure there were many other popular combinations and these other items that looked like very popular items. And honestly, I know I'm going to forget some, so let me know down in the comments what your favorite was. And let me know if I included it in this video or not, and maybe if there's enough that I missed, I could make a part 2 or something, I don't know. But anyway, let's begin with the video. Now the first item that we're going to be talking about is the blue banded top hat. Now at first glance, most of you might not really see the blue banded top hat as anything special. Especially since, it's a limited item, and it's not even that expensive with 9k rep and selling for 10k, and if you take a look, it sells for about 9 to 10k. So why would people want to make a duplicate, basically like make a copy of this item? Now what if I told you that at one point in time, this item was not limited, and it was also not for sale? This item you can see has 0 quantity sold, and every item has no cereal. And this is because this actually came from an item called Telemon's Mystery Box. And basically, all you had to do was own that item at the time when this item came out, and everyone who basically owned that Telemon's Mystery Box got this item. And from then, which I believe was early 2011, up until 2016, according to Roblox Wikia, this item just was not obtainable in any kind of regard from that 5-year span. And so people decided, in order to make something that looks similar to this unobtainable item that's been around for a while, and honestly, back then, I'm pretty sure some people found this as like a special item alongside the red banded top hat, because both of them were pretty rare. You couldn't really find that many people with them, especially in the later years of this item just being unobtainable. So people found a way to make a copy of this. And this copy was pretty simple, and it was pretty widespread too. I remember I did this, a lot of people did this. I believe this started in like 2012, 2013. At least that's when I started doing it. But it's the green banded top hat, which was an item that wasn't actually limited at first. You can see it was 3,000 Robux, and it had 18,000 sales before it went limited, and is now 5,000 selling price. And you would combine it with an item called a Gloomy Bear, which before then, I don't really think was that popular. I mean, if you try it on, you can see it doesn't even look like anything special. It looks just like, a normal little cap. And I don't think many people had this item before this method was pretty well known. But basically what would happen is, because of how the Gloomy Bear is shaped, and combined with the green banded top hat shape, basically the little outside band down here would stick out, and it would basically cover the green here and make it look like it's a blue banded top hat. And all of this stuff above this little band down here was pretty much invisible. I don't think it poked through at all. So it was like a pretty much 100% effective way of making a fake blue banded top hat for, even today, it would be for a fraction of the price, because 5,000 plus 75 versus 10,500. So you're still saving money. And I'm curious, what if that's the reason why this isn't as expensive as, some other items on the catalog that are of similarity? Who knows? But anyway, let's move on to the next item, which is the epic face. Now, everybody knows about the epic face. I would be surprised if you don't know about the epic face. It's an item that came out in 2010, I believe, and it was never for sale. I'm pretty sure it came from a gift, and after that, it just has been unobtainable for the past decade. And, with it being as popular as it is, I mean, you can see right here, 71,000 favorites. A lot of people clearly like it. But yeah, like I was saying, since it was unobtainable for so long, some people decided they're gonna try to find a way to make a clone of this. And Roblox really did not help the case here by releasing this item called the Roblox Madness Face. It's a little bit more expensive than the green banded top hat, which, we used as an example for last time of people, making clones and all that. But this Roblox Madness Face has the exact same mouth, as the epic face. If we go back and forth, you can see it's pretty much the exact same except for this little line on the top that exists here, but it's literally unnoticeable in game. Now, people, once they saw this item, they decided they're gonna try something clever. They decided they're gonna cover the Roblox eyes here by using whatever means possible that they could find, and then it would just have the epic face mouth, and it would look like the epic face. And it was possible with pretty much any large shades. I'm not sure if the midnight shades specifically worked, but the concept of wearing pretty big items that cover the eyes basically is the concept of how people made these fake epic faces with the Roblox Madness face. And just to show you guys what the Roblox Madness face looks like with the midnight shades, you really wouldn't be able to notice the Roblox Madness face underneath if you saw it from an angle other than, this little slight angle. It looks pretty much, like an epic face if you're looking at the person straight on. And honestly, obviously, again, I said the midnight shades weren't the only item people used, and honestly, there were some better items that are not coming to my mind right now. But even the midnight shades, just a little example could show you that big items that cover the eyes really worked for this. And it became a pretty popular way of making fake epic faces. And I'm more than sure that probably contributed somewhat to Roblox Madness Face's success. As you can see, it sells for quite a bit, and it sells quite a few copies every day as well. But moving on to the last item people made clones of, and honestly, I see these still to this day sometimes. Not nearly as common as they used to be, but I still see this sometimes, right? And this is obviously the fake Dominus. Now, obviously, Roblox wouldn't come out and, release something that looks anything remotely similar to the Dominus Empress. I mean, this is literally the most expensive item on Roblox. I believe it's worth like 20 million or something ridiculous to that effect. And you can see its wrap is almost 3 million. You can see this is pretty much, in any regard, any way that you look at it, it is the most expensive item on Roblox. And obviously, Roblox would not release anything that looks similar. But with a combination of a few items, you could basically make something that doesn't really look too much like a Dominus, but a lot of people thought it looked close enough. Now, the first step in making a fake Dominus item would have to be with the hood, and there were quite a few options for people to work with. For example, you had the Blind Rogue, which was 30 Robux. You could see it's just a little brown hood. Honestly, it does have a pretty decent mesh for this. If we try it on, you could see it pretty much is just a hood more than anything else, as you can see here. But there were also other items people used. Like, for example, the Eliminator is also a very, very popular way of making fake Dominus items. And it also helps that, it looks a little bit more like a Dominus hood than the Blind Rogue did. But you get the point. Basically, the first step involves finding a hood that you think looks nice and obviously is in your price range, because the whole point of making these fake Dominus items is the fact that you don't have to spend 137,700,000 Robux on one, item here. But anyway, moving on. The second step in making a fake Dominus would be to buy this item right here. The Braided Destiny of Su Shulain. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But basically, this item right here, everybody equated to wings. And it also helps that it has these little buttons here. And before this item came out, another method people used to use, instead of having this item, because again, this wasn't out forever, I remember people used to buy these Dominus Buttons t-shirt. You can see in the recommended, there's even more just Dominus Buttons down here because, again, it was a pretty popular way of people to make these fake Dominus items. They would, wear t-shirts that are basically the Dominus Buttons, like the little circle stuff on the bottom of the hood, and people would wear this t-shirt and a hood and just call it a day. But after the Braided Destiny item came out, you had a resurgence of these fake Dominus items, because this kind of looks like wings, to some people anyway. They would consider this to kind of look like wings, and these buttons down here to kind of look like, the Dominus buttons. And then if you put that with especially the Eliminator, people felt like they made their own fake Dominus using these two items. And for the price of 400 Robux, it wasn't a terrible attempt at making a fake Dominus. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't terrible. But yeah, I just wanted to sit down in today's video and just take a look at some of the old ways people used to make fake items on Roblox. Obviously, combining items or just using an item by Roblox that kind of looks similar. Basically just trying to find any way to make a similar item on Roblox. But yeah, I wanted to make a video and just talk about this because ever since the UGC stuff, all the drama about copied items and all this stuff, I remembered this and I really wanted to just sit down and talk about it and just look back at how people used to try to make fake items on Roblox. But I want to hear what you guys have to say about this. And also I want to hear down in the comments, what was your favorite combination of items that looked like another, very popular item on Roblox? I really want to hear your thoughts down in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.